Hello everyone, Robe here, back with another LEGO Star Wars review, and today we are looking at set number 75360, Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, with a piece count of 253, and this set retails for $34. It's a really weird price number, but you get two minifigs, which is all that you get in this set. It's kind of disappointing, and this is a 20-year Clone Wars set, which is kind of weird. Doesn't have any clones in it. You just get Yoda and R2-D2 in it. But this is based from the season 6 episode of the Clone Wars, where it's Yoda going on this. I forgot the episode. I know what the episode's about, but I can't really explain it here. But I'm not gonna sit here and bore you with all that. This is just an odd 20-year anniversary Clone Wars set with no clones in it. It's kind of weird. Outside the box, you get 3 numbered bags, a sticker sheet, and your standard instruction manual. And here we have Yoda's Starfighter here, and this set is really small. And I know it has to be because Yoda is a small character, but to have a ship for Yoda exclusively and only him to ride it seems kind of weird. But anyway, now looking at the set, I think the set looks really good. I like this more than the one that we had in 2017, I believe. I think that was a year. Regardless, I think this set is much better. I think this looks more accurate to the one you actually see in the show, because it does look a lot more like it than the one in the previous one we had. So, simple functions. It has the spring-loaded shooters. Like all sets just come with these. These are just now just compulsion by LEGO to put this in all sets just to have some type of function to go on with it, but it's still good. It does what it does, and it's a decent size model. It looks really good, and I really like the cockpit piece. I do like how this looks, like this new like molded printed this windscreen piece. I do like that a lot. I think that's really good. So of course I got to feature you putting Yoda in it. You just open it up, which that is a problem. You cannot open that all the way because the little spot where the turrets are at, blaster parts or whatever, you cannot push that any further down. So the previous model actually did let you do that. So I do hate that for this set, but it's still easy to get Yoda in there. You just really just have this 2 studs plate right there, and you close it up and he is in there, and you can actually see them him in there. So it's not like you don't see him in there. You can clearly see him, and he doesn't, it's not a lot of space. He is a little crammed, but you know, he doesn't need too much space. So there is that. And you can open up these wing spans, obviously on the sides right there, and I think this looks much better. I wish this set had a tiny stand, like just like a little like 2x4 like brick, 4x2 brick piece, and just kind of like just have it slightly off the ground, because when you put it down, it's just gonna make the wings just kind of flop down, and it makes it kind of don't look as good like that. But anywho, got some nice stickers on the side, and these are really good. I don't like stickers, but it is accurate for the build, and I wish they were just printed, because you could just print these on these and it'll be really good, but they did not. So thankfully it's just not a lot of stickers, and these are accurate to the build itself. And also forgot to mention, you can put R2-D2 in here, obviously, because that's how they did it in the Clone Wars series. He was on the back, and that's like that. But I don't really like how R2-D2 is actually in there. He looks kind of like he's like really sticking out, like he's about to fall out, like a rock in space, could asteroid or whatever, could just knock him off and he just flies out the ship. But and yeah, on the back it's even worse, so I don't really like that too much. However, which reminds me, on the back there's a clip where you can put his lightsaber in, and it is a way to actually hold the lightsaber, which I always appreciate in sets like this, because always, like when I was a kid, I always wanted to have a way to put up the lightsaber without just throwing it and losing it forever. I just wanted to have it where I can easily get to the lightsaber, but you can't have it in the ship, obviously. So that's always nice. And yep, that looks good, and there you go. And first, for our minifigs of 2, is Yoda himself, and this is a Clone Wars style Yoda because this is a Clone Wars anniversary set, but even though it features literally no clones. But however, this is a Clone Wars Yoda, and I personally prefer this design in his face head mold instead of the one that we had gotten in the Clone Wars era back in 2008 with the really weird face with the huge eyes. I never liked that design. I always hated that design. I always was like, can we get a better version? Can we get a better head mold? Because I think it was absolutely disgusting. I just absolutely hated it. But and his head is rubbery, so his ears kind of can move, and he has a lot of nice detail on his front region, chest. Like his robes are a bit more, got more creases and lines in it, and I really do like that. I think this one is a little bit different from the previous ones that we gotten. I think it has a few more detailing lines in it, so it's slightly different from the previous versions that we got, but only so slightly. And looking at the lightsaber, it's the more frosted kind of lightsaber piece, which I do prefer. It makes it look so much better, personally. I think it just really pops and stands out with that. Our last and second minifig, if you count this as a minifig, just depends on how you look at it. We have R2-D2, and it's the same one that we have gotten before with the Death Star trash compactor set, which he has the back printing on. It looks really good. I really wish they would put that on other astromech droids to give them the back printing. They only exclusively give it to R2-D2, however. It's extremely unfortunate, but it does look good though. And it's nice to get that version of R2-D2 in a cheap set because it's just a $35 set, but it's a nice way to get him. And I would say that the line where R2-D2's like face is at, it's kind of messed up. You can kind of see it where the line is going a bit too far up and it should be a little bit lower, but I think this is still the best that we have gotten, even though it's really weird that Lego does not fix that. They clearly see it, but they're just like hell-bent on not fixing that. They're like, no, you're going to deal with that and you better be happy with it. So that is the only complaint with this figure here, but other than that, it's all really good. Final thoughts. Do I recommend getting this set? I would say yes. If you do not have the other version that they had, then I would say it wouldn't hurt you to get this set. But I do think the price is it's a little high for this. I think they would have done really good if this set was just $30 instead of $35. I think if they just did $30, you would have had a good deal right there. But I mean, all around, it's still a really good model, and you are getting some good figures because if you don't have a Clone Wars Yoda, I mean, this is a way to get him before having to go on Bricklink or buying an old set costing God knows how much, instead of just getting this simple $35 set and then having that Yoda already in your collection. And I think that's really good. And same for R2-D2. Like, if you don't have a R2-D2 with the back printing, this is a cheaper way to get him instead of paying $80 for that set to get that version. But I think that this is still a good value. I think you're still getting a decent set. Only thing is, I wish they would put a third exclusive figure in this set. Like in the episode when Yoda is doing all this, you know, they had Darth Bane. I mean, imagine that. That would have been really put this set over the top that they put that minifig in here, but they unfortunately didn't. So the score I'll give it a 6.5. It's above average. It's actually pretty decent. It's just that it could have been better if they included a exclusive minifig to this, like an accurate minifig, like I said, Darth Bane, or hell, even just a random clone trooper, just any clone trooper, really. You could have put like a Kashyyyk clone trooper. He wasn't in this scene or even a part of it, but just something extra for this. Like, I feel like just 2 minifigs are just not enough. But those have been my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me yours down in the comments. I read every single comment, and with that, I will bid you all adieu.